Next assignment on classic twin, but this classic twin this time we are applying for the car animation. So already I have traced this car. First, whatever you want to animate in 2D, first you have to vectorize that one. So this is my vector body. I trace the car in separate parts. This is the car dome, and this is tire, right? So one tire only I traced, so we can easily copy and paste, right? After adding the movement for the tire, we copy that and we can paste here. Okay, so this is the initial step, right? Here I not covered the entire tracing process because it takes time and it is very easy to trace. I think have already covered this one, how to trace in Animate CC. Okay, after tracing you have to separate these in layers. So name it here. So very important to give the name, car body, and this is tire. Okay, so first you have to animate the tire. So how to animate the tire? So this is one the drawing. So before going to animate this, to convert this into a symbol. Okay, how to do that? Select this frame and right click here and convert to symbol. Okay, so choose the graphic symbol and name this wheel. The registration point must be there because the tire will rotate from that axis at the center point. Okay, so save. Okay, now the point is dotted there. Okay, now we have to animate this one. Okay, how to animate that one? See, depends on your speed, wheel speed, you can choose the drawings, right? So few drawings will get the speed movement, and add more drawings, your action will be slower, right? Suppose sometimes you have to experiment in a single attempt, you cannot judge the rotation. So this case I'm using 15 frames up to here. Okay, right click here, insert keyframe. So keyframe was inserted. So don't worry, this frame is stopped there only. If you extend up to here, this will be there. Okay, now 2 keyframes added for the tire, but there is no difference between these two, right? So how to do the difference between these two? Right click here and choose create classic twin. Okay, so classic twin added here. Okay, then select that point, first key point, and come to your properties, the right side properties, and here we have rotate options are there here, the rotate options, and choose auto, clockwise or counterclockwise. So right now I'm choosing clockwise. Okay, how many rotations you want? So here I'm choosing right now 5 rotations. 5 rotations, and now check the animation. Now see, it is moving here. Okay, and applying this one. See, because of that's a design, that design is, the design has some curve, right? So not straight line. Because of that, the curvy design, it is showing some jerkiness. In a speed movement, I think we cannot find that one. So I want more faster. So let us decrease this one. And remove this. Now play this one again. Now see again. So it is not giving that sense, right? So here I'll change this to here and I'll rotate. Yeah, and up to suppose 30 frames I'm giving, so not working. Let us move up to 25. Okay, it's going back, and I'm changing this to 20. Yes, this is okay. I remove up to here. Yeah, this is working, right? Because of this, the design we are understanding, it is a rotation, wheel rotation, right? So if you observe here, if I move this one frame, it is moving, right? One frame it is moving, but the end point, this point, after reaching this point, again we are connecting to that first point. Okay, so that means what? These 2 points immediately side by side they are playing. So because of these 2 side by side frames, here it is recording as a 2 frames same. Okay, but the other frames are 1 it is showing. Here the 2 frames showing, right? I have to delete this one because after reaching this frame not required this frame, because anyway after this same like the first frame is there, automatically will go and connect there. Okay, but if you remove this one, what will happen? Suppose remove frames, so your entire tween process is broken. Okay, so without disturbing your animation, we have to remove that. For this case, here I am choosing these 2 drawings, select and right click there. I am choosing convert to frame by frame animation. So keyframe each frame. So select this one. Now see, all the frames are showing here. Now it is divided from this entire tween. So this frame and this frame, the first and last frames both are same. So easily I'll remove this frame, remove this one. Okay, and this also I'll remove. Okay, now after this frame, it is connecting to the first frame. If you observe in loop, it is showing nice movement. Okay, that done. Again select all these frames by pressing shift and right click here and cut frames, cut all the frames and insert here new symbol and name it tire. Okay, and say okay. So here those cut frames you can paste, right click and paste frames. Here it is. Now come from the symbol editing mode, it's coming for the first frame, tire frame. So you already cut there. Okay, so empty showing, select the first empty frame and come to library and choose the tire. We already given the name tire and drag and drop here. You place the tire in the right place. I think this is okay. And for the another tire also I'll copy. So before that we can play and see the animation. This is nice. Okay, so I'll copy this one, Control C, Control Shift V, paste in place, and I'm using shift and right arrow so that it is coming on the same line. This is nice. Okay, now if you observe this one, I'm using play button with the loop. See, both tires are ready. This is there. Nice. And you can change the frame rate here. The frame rate is showing 12.5, I think. So here you can choose 24 frames, and then you can see the speed. So this is nice, right? Okay, so I'll experiment with 30 frames because we are taking the full HD. This is nice. It is working. Wonderful. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'll change this graphic symbol to movie clip. Okay, because I want this entire tire animation in one frame, right? Because it is a graphic symbol, each and every frame it is showing separately, but I want here in one frame. I want to insert into a movie clip, right? So how to do that? Simple. So select that frame, select this one, and come to properties. Here there is a graphic symbol. Instead of graphic symbol, choose movie clip. So movie clip. Okay, and select this one, and now see automatically the back tire also convert into movie clip. So in movie clip, if you observe the preview, it's not giving the rotations. So where we find that one, the animation. So come to your test movie. Okay, so click here. Now see here, the car tire rotations are showing here, right? Now we have to move the car from one direction to another direction. From left to right or right to left. Okay. Now see, so your entire animation is the car tire animation. If you click here, it is there. Okay, come back to arrow mark. So because of all the frames not moving here, so you can remove those. Okay, so your entire animation still it is there inside. Okay, this also can remove. So for time being, I'll lock the car tire and come to car body. Select this one. Now it is also in a drawing, right? So right click here and convert to symbol. Okay, so car, name it body. Okay, it should be there. Or rather, I'll change this to here, the bottom. Here it is. Okay, okay. The point reached there. Okay, now we have to animate this. So unlock these two. See here, the tires are separated from the car body, right? After completing the car tire animation, you can include these two. So select these two, here two, and right click here and cut frames, and come to insert, new symbol. Okay, here name it car. Okay, so choose graphic symbol here and paste frames. The pasted. Okay, now click on the arrow mark. We are coming back to that area and remove one layer. You can give car. Now select that empty frame and come to this library and already we given the name car. So this car has tires, included tires. Okay, even if you play this one, now see it is moving, right? Fantastic. Okay, okay, then we have to move from one side to another side. For that, first change this car place to one direction, the other side, and this side I'm giving at 90 frames, or otherwise 3 seconds. I'm choosing insert keyframe. Okay, the first frame is here and the second frame also showing there. Okay, but I want to change this to other side. So with shift and left arrow, move that car. Fantastic. Between these two drawings, right click and create classic twin. Your classic twin is added. Okay, now move this one. This is moving, but because the wheel rotation is not showing, because the wheels are in movie clip. Okay, if you want to see the whole animation, come here and test movie, then we'll understand. This is nice, fantastic, interesting, right? But here one more thing, if you observe in onion skin, see all car spacing divided equally. So this means what? Here slow in, slow out not applied. Slow in, slow out means any object moving from one direction to other direction or any direction, the start point will be slower because car will start a bit slower, and that will pick up after some distance and that will reach slowly. Okay, so start slow, here it is faster, and reaching that place it should be in a slower motion. Oh, you have to add all those things. How to add? Select that keyframe there and come to properties here. Now see here, classic keys, it is showing the straight away action, right? So these are what? This is one keyframe, this is another keyframe. One keyframe is here, it is, the another keyframe is here. So between these two, this graph is showing. So this is ease in, here the action will be slower, this is faster, I don't want that. Ease out, here action will be faster and slow. Here it is ease in out, here it is slower, fast and slower. So I'll try this. So if you want to apply this, you have to double click to apply, double click. Now see, fantastic, right? It's moving very nice. Outside started slowly and middle of the stage gaining speed and going outside. This is nice, fantastic. So this is the way how to animate your car in classic twin animation. In the next class I'll add background. Okay, and again I'll add sound, car sound also. Then it look like a scene, right? The realistic 2D animation scene. So for timing, you also have to trace your car and separate this into two layers, car body and a tire. Then fill the colors and first rotate the tire. Okay, after animating that one, you can duplicate that one. Then again combine car and wheels, it can be in one layer. Okay, and animate for the x axis, suppose from one direction to another direction.